and I want to thank you all for coming to our second annual ProFest 2013 and for attending this seminar. I hope that you find it informative. I hope that I could add some additional information to all of the information that Scott gave. As Vicki said, my background is I've had about 16 years experience in the promotional products industry, working for different promotional product distributorships. And I hope that I can help you and we can work together on how we can learn how to brand your business. So let's get started. Okay, talking about Happy Meal. So we recognize these, right? That's very good. PlayStation and McDonald's. And just a disclaimer, we are not saying or guaranteeing that if you purchase promotional products from us that this will be the level of exposure that your company has.
I thought that's what you told us.
Now we're going to do this big booth here. We're going to be go global, right? But we will be able to help you get your brand and your name in front of hundreds or thousands of people in a very short time using promotional products.
Yes,
and the reason is promotional products are memorable. Okay, so do we remember, of course, do you remember the yellow wristband? Okay, this is not a Lance Armstrong endorsement, just saying. You all remember the yellow wristband? You remember that t-shirt that you may have gotten on vacation? I know when we went to Cape Cod, my daughter has a Spanky's Clam Shack t-shirt that she wears all over the place. You have that mug that you received. In fact, I have mine. This is my favorite mug. I got this from Edible Arrangements. I get a birthday gift every year from my sister-in-law, and the one thing I like about this mug is I have relatives and friends across the country, and I'm always thinking, okay, what do I send them? Do I send them candy or whatever? Every morning I go, oh, that's right, I can do Edible Arrangements. So that's the power of the promotional product. And again, the Happy Meal toy. Everybody remembers that. My daughter is a tomboy. She didn't want the girly toy. Mommy, I don't want the doll. Can I get the truck? So everyone remembers the promotional products that they've had or seen, and so will your customers. Okay. 3 steps to maximize your effectiveness of promotional products so we can begin to brand your business. Okay, step 1, identify your goals and objectives. What kind of response are you looking for? What do you want to accomplish? And these are the questions that you have to ask yourself. What kind of event are you having? Is it a trade show? Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry.
Did it again. You have an effect on it. There you go.
Ah. Oh, it affects. Oh, I could do this one at a time. Cool. Okay. What kind of response are you looking for? Are you looking to improve sales? Are you looking for to improve trade show attendance at your booth? Are you having an open house and you want to get people into your establishment so they can see the products and services that you offer? Okay, what are you trying to accomplish? Is it lead generation? It could be, let's say, a health fair and you want to establish some goodwill in your community. What are the product options? That's something that we can go through in a little while. How much do you want to spend on your promotional product? That's something else that gets into the budget area. And what point will the response justify the budget? You'll have to determine how many people you're looking to get, let's say, to a trade show booth, what you would consider to be a good outcome. Is it 50 people? Is it 100 people with 50 people that actually you can follow up with sales calls, that sort of thing. And step 2 is enlist the expertise of a qualified promotional consultant. Oh,
that's you.
That's me. Ah, there we go. And why do you want to use a promotional consultant? One of the things that Scott said, which is very important, is the whole buying things online. I had a client who wanted USB drives, and they wanted a data loaded for an event that they had. And I gave them a couple of options, different shapes, colors, and the pricing with the data load. Took the information back to their boss, and she said, well, you were too high, he found someone online. Okay, so about 3 weeks later, about a week before the event, I get the, call. Oh my God, Leslie, it turned out that the price didn't include the data load, so we have all of this data and now they can't do it. What can you do? Can you help us? So we were able to get the data on those USB drives for their client, and from that point, they never bought things online again. So that's one of the things, again, to reiterate what Scott said. One of the reasons you want to use a promotional consultant is it's not just selling the product. You want to look at, when you're branding your business, you want to look at it as a campaign. You know, if you were running for mayor of your town, there would be certain steps that you would do to get your name out there so people at the end result would vote for you. So you want to think of it as a campaign. Vast product resources, Scott hit on that before. We have hundreds of thousands of products to choose from, more than you would be able to absorb. And we have the suppliers that we trust, that we will trust your promotional product to. Okay, we know and get emails constantly from the suppliers of all the latest trends and the different technologies and the processes that are available for promotional products. And we have the experience, the advice that we can give you based upon the track record that we have with other people and things that we've done for other clients that have worked, some things that haven't, and we can guide you on that cost. And we can save you money. A lot of our suppliers will offer discounts on items. They have specials that they're running, and those are the types of things that we can pass on to you. And also finding the right product for your event. It's not always just about what the least expensive item is will that item do what you want it to do? Okay, working with your consultant to plan your overall promotional campaign. Okay, when you plan your campaign, the overall campaign should include and incorporate at least some of the following considerations. Whoops. There we go. Coming up with a program or campaign theme. I had a client a couple of years ago that had a trade show that was coming around the Academy Awards. So somebody said, oh great, let's do the Oscars. So they did a pre-show mailing that looked like the ballot. Come to our booth. And they gave away, they had Oscar-shaped chocolates, they had the little keychains that looked like the clapboards, they had a popcorn booth, so they were giving away popcorn, so that was the theme, and that's something that we can do for you as well. You want to figure out what your target audience is. This, are they end users? Do you have a product that's, let's say, sold in a supermarket and it's the actual seller, the purchasers that are getting it? Or do you have a product and your trade show are the people that will be reselling it? Let's say you do shampoo or hair care products and you're having a trade show where the hair salon people are coming. That's what you want to decide, because that item would be different than what the end user would get. Okay, intended response. Again, are you looking to get leads for a trade show? Are you looking to improve your outlook for your clients in the community, on having them looking at you favorably? And workable budget. That's always something that's, again, money. How much money do you have for this type, for the promotional products part of whatever your campaign is going to be? And a realistic timeline. Now that's very important. Especially when you're doing trade shows. Trade shows usually don't just pop up, oh, there's a trade show tomorrow. No, everyone knows that that trade show has been on the calendar for 6 months. So we want to start thinking about that, just like you do with your booth and getting the design, or if you're doing any collateral print material, is something you don't want to wait until the last minute. Okay, method of distribution. How are you going to get the items to your target audience? Are you going to mail them? Are you going to, if you do any after show promotional products, are you going to mail those, or are you going to deliver them? You know, if you have sales calls that you generate from the leads from the booth, you have to decide how you're going to get the products to them. Great. and it would be important to choose a product that is consistent with these elements in order to achieve the best results. All right, planning your campaign. Establish a workable budget, and there are certain things that go along with that. Whoops. Okay, how many different items are you going to need? How many of each item will you need? Who will be getting the item? Again, who is the target audience? Who is the recipient of these? There. Okay, how many people will be getting these items? If you do a campaign for a trade show, and you may have different targets that you want to reach, you may do more people at the booth for the lower cost pen once they're in the booth than you will for the person for the after show thank you gift. You'll have fewer of those than you will the items that you give out at your booth. And what are the additional extra costs? This can affect the budget. Again, getting back to the timeline, anything is possible quickly. As Scott has mentioned, we can do things in normal production, which can be 5 to 7 days, or we can do things in one of the vendors outside can do things literally in 2 hours. You call me at 9 o'clock in the morning, you can have it tomorrow at 9 o'clock, but that's going to cost more money. So that will affect your budget. How many colors we're printing, that can also affect your budget, along with shipping charges. And just a brief story about the shipping. I did a promotion for Swatch, and to their surprise, Easter was the same time again. It's Easter, is it? Yes, it's the same time. So they called me 2 Fridays before Easter. They wanted to do chocolate balls. Okay, you know, the little eggs with the foil. So they had 5 or 6 different locations, ship it out. That's the Friday. Okay. Monday, I get a call. Oh, we need more chocolate balls. Okay. Sent me the addresses, how many, ship them out. Wednesday, I get another call. We need more chocolate balls. And I'm like, okay, so we'll do this. Are there any more? Are we sending any more? No, we're good. This will be fine. Thursday, didn't hear anything. I was talking to one of my coworkers. It's like, wow, Swatch hasn't called. Bring Friday. This is the Friday before Easter. We need more chocolate balls. Okay. So we had to overnight them for Saturday delivery to the malls. So they spent about $200, no, I'm sorry, the chocolate balls were about $200. They spent $700 in shipping those $200 worth of chocolate balls that if they had just ordered the Friday before, they could have bought more chocolate balls. But that's something else that you have to consider. That can also affect the budget. Let's see. Planning your campaign. Okay, developing a realistic timeline. Oops, why isn't this working? Okay, the consultation. So these are like the steps that usually we will go through. We'll meet with you, or I'll talk to you on the phone. You'll call me and say that you have a specific event that you're working on, you want a product. What I'll do is I'll ask you some questions. What kind of product are you looking for? Is there something that you've done in the past that you'd like to do? Is there something that you absolutely don't want? I'll ask you what the budget is, when you need it, where you need it. We have suppliers all over the country, so even though we're here, if you have a trade show in Las Vegas, I have a bag supplier that's in California. So then we can get the bags there instead of shipping them across the country. Okay, internal decision making. Now it's up to you to decide to take the information that I've given you, and then you decide what item that what you want to do. The artwork development, we can either use your logo, or if we go back to the whole theme idea, we can come up with a movie theme or a tropical theme for you that we can put on the items. Production schedule, including artwork and design, that's part of the production. And proof approval, we don't produce anything without a proof. If there's not enough time for the manufacturer to provide a proof, we can give you a pre-proof showing your logo or design for you to approve, so we can send it if we're doing a rush job. And all required shipping, that's something else. The timeline, where is it going, that type of thing. determine the effective method of distribution. Again, that goes to how you're going to get it to your end user, or mailing it, that type of thing. All right, I think I just jumped in here. Okay, one quick thing, because I know we're running out of time. People always ask, what are the hottest items that are available? And what I find is, come on, tech items. How many people here have a smartphone? Okay, everybody has a smartphone. I have a smartphone too. And what we're
What kind of phone do you have?
I have the Galaxy Note 2, Scott. What kind of phone do you
I
have?
have a Galaxy Note.
Really? How exciting!
We do this every day.
We love our technology. So some of the things here, and you may actually see them out there. Just a couple things. What is this? This is the Bluetooth speaker. So if you have a smartphone and you have an office, as we all do, and you want to play your music, this is the type of speaker that's available. You can put your logo on it. Here. One of the coolest things, and a small item that's good for a trade show, are styluses. How many people use styluses with their phones? Oh, okay, well, we gotta get you on here. Because if you have a smartphone and you're touching your phone all the time, you know, you get smudges and things on it. This particular item, which is available from one of the suppliers outside, is called the pick. And what you do is you stick this in, and that's where it lives. So then when you're typing your email or whatever, you just use that instead of using your fingers, and that's a really hot item. Or we also offer stylus pens. There actually is a stylus pen in the kit that you receive, so it's a pen on one side, so if you're taking notes at the meeting, and then you have your iPad, you can flip it over and actually use that. So techie items right now, finding are the hottest items that are available. Okay, and my role as an ExhibitCraft is to be your idea generator. If you don't know what you're looking for, I'll be more than happy to come up with ideas for you. I'm your marketing partner and brand consultant, and I'm here to help you brand your business, so please contact me. One of our artists did.
If you get our email and you're subscribed, and if not, please do, you can sign up on our website. You'll see that graphic every time we have our e-news in Leslie's Corner.
Well, thank you very much. And I